Lil Durk experienced incarceration early on in his life, from getting caught with loaded pistols right before the fame hit, and being involved with the biggest gang in Chicago, the Black Desciples. Plus, he was even fighting attempted murder back in 2019. This is Top Trend TV, and this is the criminal history and biography of Lil Durk.
I got Fredo and Ricio. They call it double doesn't work, get them. Hey look, man, it ain't shit we can't have.
Durk Banks, aka Lil Durk, was born on October 19th, 1992. Lil Durk was born and raised in the Englewood part of Chicago, Illinois, a high crime and gang violence area where almost every day a shooting occurs, around 70 homicides per year. So seeing death and violence was pretty normal for Lil Durk and adapted to his environment. Even Lil Durk's father was in the streets heavy, and he was involved in a cocaine conspiracy, which operated in Chicago from fall 1991 through May 1993. The primary organizer of this conspiracy was Durk Banks, Lil Durk's father, who purchased powder cocaine from two suppliers.
They say he got caught, he got caught like $8 million. He got caught $8 million and like 6 bricks. Like $8 million and 6 bricks. Favorite story right there.
And most of the transactions were made directly between the supplier and Mr. Banks. And at least 3 other deliveries were made directly to Mr. Banks' home. The testimonies of the suppliers indicate that these transactions involved multi-kilogram quantities of cocaine powder and significant amounts of cash. And he got arrested only when Lil Durk was 7 months old. His father originally got life in prison, later on having his sentence reduced because of a law passed in Chicago. So growing up without a father was pretty hard for Lil Durk. So he turned to the streets at only the age of 11 and started to sell drugs and get in shootouts with rival gang members, losing multiple of his close friends due to all of the beef. Growing up in a small Chicago home with only 3 bedrooms and over 10 people living in the house, the streets began to take a hold of Lil Durk faster and faster. So Lil Durk knew he had to do something different to feed his family and to make a name for himself. So he started to rap at the age of 17, dropping his first song in 2010 named Lamron Wasted. With Lil Durk still trying to find his sound, he still stayed consistent and dropped another song in 2010 with a Lil Reese named L's B. And this song did pretty good in their hometown, really showing Lil Durk and Lil Reese's true potential. And at this time, Lil Durk was pretty close with Chief Keef and his movement GBE, but later branching off into his own movement named OTF. But around March 2011, Lil Durk dropped his next song named I'm a Hitter, and this song went crazy, gaining fans from all over, bringing a new sound to the drill scene. With the auto-tune he used, fans loved the new sound. But around October 2011, Lil Durk was arrested for his first charge, where he was pulled over for drinking. Upon the search, police found a gun, and Lil Durk ended up getting locked up for it, doing 3 months in jail, and ended up getting out on bond just to go back months later. And this time he had to cut off his dreads, being processed in real prison. So he quickly realized that he couldn't let his talent go to waste. Plus, his baby mother gave birth while he was locked up, and he says that really made him buckle down. So this time when he got out, he put out his first mixtape around April 2012 named I'm Still a Hitter. Then around October 2012, he dropped another mixtape named Life Ain't No Joke. And these mixtapes went crazy, really putting Lil Durk on the map. Plus, he had signed to Def Jam around this time, and he had his hit single out named This Ain't What You Want. But here's where Lil Durk's life would come to a halt, because around June 2013, he was arrested again with a loaded .40 caliber handgun in Englewood. after he threw the gun into his car as police approached. The 20-year-old rapper, whose real name is Durk Banks, was picked up around 3 a.m. in the 700 block of South Green Street, police said. Lil Durk was standing near a car when police pulled up to investigate a man with a gun. As police arrived, Lil Durk was spotted tossing the gun into the car. Police recovered a .40 caliber weapon and arrested the rapper without an incident. Lil Durk was charged with unlawful use of a weapon. It was his second offense, police said. In October 2011, he was hit with gun charges, including possession of a firearm, and plus the serial number was scratched off the gun. He later pleaded guilty to a reduced charge of aggravated unauthorized use of a weapon. He was locked up with a $100,000 bond, and his lawyer claimed to have 9 affidavits, and one of the witnesses even admitted that the gun was his. Lil Durk was then released around July of 2018, and after months of building up a buzz while he was locked up, he dropped another mixtape around October of 2013 named Signed to the Streets, and this was a pretty big mixtape for him, then dropping many more mixtapes like Signed to the Streets 2, Remember My Name, and 300 Days, 300 Nights in 2015. All of these mixtapes did great for Lil Durk. Then he dropped Lil Durk 2 Times and They Forgot. But around 2018, Lil Durk left the label he was signed to. He says he was having trouble dropping the music his fans really wanted to hear. So throughout them years, Def Jam really held Lil Durk's true potential back, dropping his first independent project in 2018, named Just Cause Y'all Waited. But Lil Durk would find his life coming to a halt again because he was arrested again around June 2019 for attempted murder. On February 5th, 2019, Lil Durk is alleged to have shot at the victim, 23-year-old Alexander Witherspoon. According to police, witnesses saw Witherspoon in an altercation with Lil Durk and King Von. King Von is Lil Durk's longtime friend / partner. According to police, several shots were fired after the argument. Lil Durk and King Von was in an Atlanta courtroom for a bond hearing on June 20th, 2019. Although a judge initially denied bond for the incarcerated rappers and was finally allowed to post $250,000 to secure their release from jail. He didn't get house arrest, but the judge laid out several conditions Durk had to follow. He had a curfew and he had to wear an ankle monitor. Plus, he could be in no contact with King Von. Durk faces 5 felony charges, including intent to commit murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and another charge associated with a criminal street gang to participate in a crime. And I believe Lil Durk is still fighting these charges. Lil Durk has also lost some close homies due to the streets, including L.A. Capone in 2013, OTF Nunu in 2014, and King Von 2020 of this year. And I have a criminal history about King Von over on my page, so make sure you go check that out because it's pretty interesting. And sadly, over 20 more. Lil Durk has also collabed with the artist Drake, which has turned him up to the max, baby, which has nearly 200 million views on YouTube. And the name of that song is Laugh Now, Cry Later. Lil Durk also has a total of 6 children. Unknown about how many baby mothers he truly has, but only 2 of them are public. But that'll be about it for Lil Durk. Make sure you like or dislike, comment, and subscribe, and let me know down there in the comments who y'all want to see next. And as always, stay blessed and stay well. Yeah, I'm out.